Peace and blessings. We are now live. We are now live with the Now Abba Dream Team Zone, the incomparable Red Fidel representing New Order National Human Rights Organization under the awesome leadership of my man Gerald Emerson Rose, who I give a strong salute. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, goddesses and goddesses, as promised and as told on IG and all the other social media platforms, we have with us none other than the young and talented, Bam Bam, pretty boy Bam Bam to be exact. And
Yeah.
I don't even want to hold the time. Me and the brother was vibing backstage, and I just want to kind of bring y'all into the conversation because I want to get to the meat and gravy of just this young man's life and what he has in store and just basically what's going to be taking place in the pugilistic world of boxing with such a phenom and such a talent. I know you've heard it quite some time. As for myself, I'm a boxing enthusiast. I love boxing, and just to see somebody like the brother coming up and actually has a balanced character and a humble head on his shoulders, which it makes it that much more better. And also it represents hope for the youth in the sense of being able to put guns down and pick gloves up. So without further ado, I want to bring on pretty boy Bam Bam and let him tell you who he is, as if you, for those who may not know, and what he represents. And we're gonna get to the meat and gravy of the conversation. So here we are. Bam Bam, let the folks know who you are and what you represent, my brother.
What's going on, man? It's Bam Bam, man. Toledo, Ohio, 419 in mud, man. You feel
Exactly.
me? Coming straight from the dirty, man. What's going on, man?
All is well. All is well, man. All
Yes,
is
sir.
well. So let me ask you, man, because when I was told that you were going to be a guest, as usual, I like to do my research on people, and I saw that you were at a young age. I want to say it was like 5. You was on the Ellen show,
Yes,
and
sir.
me honestly, I didn't see it. I knew very little about you, but I was able to actually watch and chronicle your growth from just watching videos and stuff for yourself. And I gotta say, man, like you definitely, man, were and it still is someone that it looks like you were kind of born for this. Now I'm pretty sure that you instilled with a lot of other talents, but in this particular craft right here, you definitely exhibit your language through your hands. So I mean, just watching you with your father and the cadence that took place with him teaching you all the steps and different things, man. It was poetry in motion, man. How does it feel to know that you were being seen from such a young age and being considered to be really promising at such a young age up until now?
Oh, man, it feels good, man, to know that people have faith in me like that, especially my dad. Man, my dad, man, he been having so much faith in me now since a kid all the way on up to now, you feel me? It's just like, like it's finally starting to happen for me, you feel me? Everything's starting to come back to the light, because I've been in the shadow for a little while, for a long time, so now come back on the scene. I'm back boxing again, you feel me? Because a lot of people ain't think I already even box anymore, you feel me? So like, to know that I'm back, you feel me? It feel real good, man. Real good.
Now, it's interesting. You say you were in the shadows and people didn't think you were going to box again. What took place from that time period when you came on the scene, then you went in the shadows? What was going on?
It's just like, I ain't gonna really just money situations. My dad working, he always, he worked on real estate, so he worked on a lot of houses, and then I wasn't really fighting at all, and so my dad was so busy, I was trying to hustle money, you feel me? I wasn't really getting on the scene. I wasn't really able to fight a lot, growing up in amateur, like a lot of the other amateurs out there, like amateur prospects that like, you feel me, from the city. So a lot of people would ask, like, like they all ask me like where I've been at, you feel me? Because I'll probably do like 2 fights a year. I'll probably fight twice a year in the amateurs as a kid, you feel me? And anybody know boxing, amateur boxing, that's terrible. Amateur, you're supposed to fight, you feel me? So I really fell off it. And then, so now I'm starting to come back. You feel me? I did have my first pro fight, so now everybody see that I'm back now.
Now, it's funny. I'm glad you said that because I noticed, like, say for instance, like I mentioned, I'm a boxing enthusiast, so I noticed that like before a boxer usually turns pro, they done had like a heap of amateur fights. Like, dude, they've been had like hundreds of fights to some degree, and I guess that's all up in the fine tuning to becoming a pro. So with you not having such a, I would say, lengthy amateur record, do you feel any type of ring rust? Do you feel like you might have? Do you feel kind of like you kind of behind times in the sense of the skill set and the skill level where you would be if you would have had all those amateur fights behind you? How do you feel?
No, not really, not at all, because I done been around so long, so I know the ins and outs of the game. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
When I get in there, it's natural to me because I've been there so long. Like, not even trying to boast, you feel me, or toot my own horn, but I done been in there with people that got national, and I done been in there and I'm whooping these guys. You feel me? Y'all done been in there with the best, and I done been in there with the best, man. I'm telling you, and them that amateur, that don't mean nothing at all. Like, that's what a lot of people be getting it mixed up at. They think you got to have a whole bunch of amateur fights to be good. You don't. I got 25 to 30 amateur fights, and I'm up there with the best, and I put myself up there as one of the best to do it right now. And then it comes with a lot of the sparring too, a lot of sparring sessions that get you better. You feel? Because sparring is just like fighting. It's just, you just ain't got a crowd, and it just don't count. You feel me?
Right.
So that's where I'm keeping up at.
I agree with you. That's what's up. And sparring, you definitely, that's the real right there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's interesting, man, because I mean, even starting that young at 5, man, it's like at 5 years old and 6, man, most little kids, they playing with toys and they outside doing little kid stuff, and you in there with gloves on that's damn near bigger than you. Hey, you in the gym with your pops with gloves on down there bigger than you, and you swinging them too. You know the cadence pop saying 5-5-2. He telling you the numbers, and he said, "Give me 10." You give him 10. He's telling you. I forgot what he was saying when you was ducking and all. I say, man, this dude is like reincarnated. Man. Like you already a major boxer in the little body. I was like, wow, that was crazy, man. Crazy, man. So that's interesting to have that type of. I guess to some degree, man, it's a blessing because, you know, I can honestly say, man, a lot of us go through life even as grown men and not really knowing our calling. And not knowing what our direction is in life. And like I aforementioned, I'm pretty sure boxing is like just one of your talents, because I do believe that we have multiple talents on so many levels. Mm-hmm. But to know that, to run across one of yours so early, man, I can honestly say that's a blessing in itself. And I say to you, man, and not saying you're not, but honor that, man. Like, the Most High gave you something that you got to use them hands for. Mm-hmm. And as Knowledge mentioned when we were backstage, you know, cats your age, and you know they don't really be fighting no more. Everybody want to pick up a hammer and you know, a tool and go to work with that, man. So the fact that you able to put your hands up and live another day and be able to, you know, take a whooping and deliver a whooping, that's man shit to me. I'm gonna be 100 with you. That's man stuff right now.
I appreciate that, man, for sure. The main goal in life, man, is to make it back home. That's the main goal.
The main goal is to make it back home, man.
That's the main goal.
That's real, man. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Yeah. Let me ask you this: What motivated you and inspired you? Did your pop see something in you and pushing you, or you just was like he saw it, or you was running just boxing? How did it all begin? I'm curious to know how did it begin.
Okay, let me tell you how. Everybody always asks me how did it even get started. So I done told this story a million times. So
all right.
I guess one day this when I was 2.5. I actually started when I was 2.5. I was 2.5 years old one day. Okay. My dad said, okay. It was in the living room. We was in the living room, I guess. You know, we had the TV set up, and he said a boxing commercial had came on the TV, and he was like, it was some shoes sitting on the side of the thing. So my dad said I picked up the 2 shoes, put them on my hands, and started punching at the TV, mimicking a boxer. You feel me? So from there, and then at that time, my dad was training me up to play football. Actually, I wasn't even about to even box. He was training me up to play football. You feel me? And so when he did that, you know, he was like, all right, so he got a lot of idea. He took me to the gym, let me get a feel for it. And then about like, I don't know, I guess he just seen I was just natural with it. I just magneted towards that more, you feel me? So we just took that, we just ran with it, man. It skyrocketed from there.
Did you play any other sports? Speaking of football or basketball or anything, did you play anything else?
No, I did not. No, I did not. I've been boxing my whole life.
So it's safe to say you pretty garbage in the rest of the sports, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Oh man, so I can get you on the recording board and put that thing on you.
Yeah, man. I stick to my sport only, man. I stick to my sport only.
Man, that's crazy, man. Hey, coming up as a boxer, especially in young, did you find that the cats wanted to try you more? Like, you know, just because you always gonna have haters out there, man. I'm talking about every level. You think dudes tried you more or try to test you in regards to that, like in school or just coming up in general?
No, not really. Other than my cousins, my older cousin when I was younger, that you want to pick on it. You feel me? You got that. other than the cousin, no, ain't nobody really try me because you feel me. I was always a cool person to get along with. You feel me? I wasn't never the type that, even though I know I could box, I know I could fight, I was gonna walk around. You feel me with this big head and just thinking you feel I can whoop everybody. I know right now that I can't whoop everybody, even with the skills I got. I know I can't whoop everybody in the world. You feel me? I know that.
Peace. That's peace.
Coming up as a kid, you feel me? I knew that. You feel me? Because my dad would always preach that to me, like you feel me. Even though you box. You feel me? You can't whoop everybody, so don't be out here just trying and just think you just hard. You feel me? So I never was really like that. Ain't nobody give you feel me? Ain't nobody had to feel like that they had to try me. You feel me? To really see where I was at because I was always just that cool person. You feel me?
Yeah, and I could tell that just from talking to you and vibing with you that you're pretty cool, man. They got a great sense of humor, man. Like the person probably wouldn't even know you box if they met you just on the street, just vibing with you.
A lot of. And what's so funny you said that because a lot of people, like even in the city, like now I'll be talking, a lot of people won't even be knowing who I am or knowing who I was until like somebody else tell me. I remember this one time I was talking to this lady. I forgot what we was doing, but man, I think we was at school. I had left, came back the next day. She seen me. She just got excited. She said, "Oh my gosh, you box? You been on TV? This and this and that." She's like, "Why you ain't never say none of that?" I'll be like, "You feel me? You wouldn't even know it. You feel me? Unless I didn't tell you, unless somebody else tell you. You feel me?" So
yeah. That's interesting, man. That's it. You can shit. Then you kind of like a little rap star without the microphone.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Speaking of rap, man, like musically, who do you listen to? Who you vibing with?
Young Boy, Lil Baby, NLE Chopper. Get the door. NLE Chopper. Tupac for sure.
Word? What you know about Pac? Boy, you wasn't even in the world then.
Yeah, you gotta listen to Pac. Okay. I hope you're right. For sure. You gotta have Pac in there, definitely.
Yeah,
Pac's
that's what's up, man. Now that's good. That's good to know. Now that gives me a better sense of even how your equilibrium and how founded you are as a person. Because to listen to that Pac, that's that old soul right there. Cause Pac definitely was.
Yeah.
You definitely, man. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I mean, that's an artist, man. As an artist myself, that's what I do. I rhyme. Like, it's interesting enough because you kind of started as a youth, and like me, I started as a youth with rhyming. And Miami, man, was like 15 when I made my first record. So it's like I've been doing it since then. So I could kind of relate from a different perspective, and in the sense of being a youth or a child that people kind of saw in a different light because you did something.
Right.
So you had a talent that kind of like went beyond other people's spectrum of thought. Because I used to be around, they'd be like, "Oh, you got a record? It's on the radio, but I ain't really see it like that. I was just a little dude and running with my dudes, and I ain't really get to me like that." So
I didn't know exactly what you talking about. I ain't really understand what I was doing as a kid neither until I grew up and I really looked back on on what I was really doing. I ain't really think nothing of it. I'm just thinking like, oh, I'm just on TV. You feel me? I'm just boxing. You feel me? I ain't really think. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, definitely, man, and definitely. But that's awesome right there. That's real awesome. I'm not. And let me ask you this: as a boxer, because I will say, like, as an artist, there always were like artists that I kind of first started. I patterned myself after. Like, I looked up to them. Like, I liked some of the greats. Like, you speak of Pac. Pac was in my age range. He was more he was kind of like my competition. So I liked them, but artists like Rakim and the Karis Ones and stuff, they the ones who kind of like I patterned myself out of. It was like kind of, I won't say my idols, but I kind of look towards their styles as something to boost me. So I would say as a boxer, who did you kind of like idolize as as whether they living or dead or great, what I'm saying? Like who really what style influenced you the most and that you incorporated in your actual skill set?
My whole fight style was based off Floyd Mayweather Jr. The whole everything was based on that. Was my dad's favorite fighter. You feel me? When I was younger, growing up, so Floyd, I would study Floyd for hours. I done studied Floyd whole career from fight one all the way to the last fight. He would have me study him, just looking at what he's doing, trying to mimic his style, his flow. You feel me? Get ideas from him. You feel me? That was everything been based off Floyd. Still to this day.
Really?
Yeah.
Has Floyd do you aspire to be part of the money team?
Nah, I don't want to be a part of the money team. We done tried before, and as a kid, it ain't work out. So I don't. You feel me? I'm gonna do my own thing.
So and I'm glad you said that because I was gonna ask you: are you independent or are you signed to like a major?
No, I am a free agent right now. Definitely, I am a free agent. Yeah.
I mean, actually, man, you're in a good position to, since to follow Floyd's blueprint in the sense of being independent and grow your own thing. Because I even saw where you got your own brand of shirts and the whole nine. So it's like
Yes, sir.
it seemed like you got the concept already of building your brand and your business.
Yes, sir.
Because at the end of the day, it's all business, and that's what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your hands do everything, but you got to build you. You know what I'm saying? You got to build you. Because you gonna outlive the sport. You know what I'm saying? And how you do it. Because all that stuff comes to end at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the fact that you already thinking business wise, because I seen that where you was like, yo, we're gonna be selling the shirts at the fight.
Yes, sir.
And so you just that expands. I mean, you get into everything, to gloves, start, get your own gloves, get everything. I mean, like, you got to really think big in that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, for real.
For sure, because boxing only gonna last for so long.
Indeed. You know what I'm saying? Even though I heard you when you was a youngster, they asked you one time, how long do you plan to box? You was like, I plan on boxing forever. I kind of laugh. Hey, I kind of laugh. I say, no, man, you ain't gonna box forever.
Yeah.
But when you young, you kind of, and I say this with compassion, but when we're young, we ignorant. We don't be knowing.
Yeah.
We think it'll last forever.
I'm telling you, I don't even want to box for the next 10 years. By 10 years, I want to be on doing something else. For sure.
Yeah, man. So that means in that 10 year, in that decade, you got a lot of work to do, bro.
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of work to do, and you got to make it phenomenal, man.
Yes, sir.
And the biggest work is going to be actually guarding your spirit and mind away from those forces that are going to want to leech on to you as you grow in this sport. Because with your type of skill set and your type of light, you know how you, like, when the porch light on, how all the moths attracted to the flames and all. I mean, it's people like that. It's people that are gonna be like flies and moths and all that shit attracted to your light. So you got to know how to fan out that which is good and that which is bad. So keep that in mind for real, bro. So because I can see it already. You got a glow about you. You got a good personality, because a lot of times it ain't just about your boxing. It's about the person. And just talking to you and feeling you out. You got a good aura. You got a good spirit. Let's say,
man.
Indeed, you smile. You're a nice looking brother, you know what I'm saying? So that's a lot gonna come with that. You know what I'm saying? You selling your whole brand, your brand is you. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, for instance, Terrence Crawford. Man, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't
number one right there.
But he not the most sellable person personally. You know what I'm saying?
I can agree with that.
Yeah, so he's not the most sellable person. He literally just a boxer that's great, but
I can agree with that.
So that's why I say, like, you pattern yourself out to Floyd. Floyd made himself sellable. He was flamboyant, but he backed up his flamboyancy in the ring. So that is something that I think that's gonna go a long way with you as well, man. So indeed, man. So what you working on now? As far, I know you say you think about coming to Atlanta, but what other fights you got in the works? What's
so far we trying to work on May 1st in Atlanta, and then June 12th back here in Toledo, I will be fighting again June 12th. We trying to keep this thing rolling, man. I feel like I'm behind, even though I'm only 19. I feel like I'm so far behind for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like I got to catch up with a lot. You feel me? So I'm trying to aim for at least 10 fights this year. That's what I'm trying to aim for. I'm trying to aim for 10 fights. So we trying to keep this train rolling for sure.
Is that even possible as a pro, and even in these COVID times?
Yeah, definitely. You can fight once a month.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so crazy, because it seems like it takes boxers forever sometimes just to get in the ring. I mean, I guess that's a lot of the politics with being signed to certain.
Yeah, that's really for like the major names, like the Errol Spence Jr.'s and the Javante Tank Davis and the Terrence Crawford. That's for them, because it's a lot of money behind them. It ain't a lot of money behind me yet. So I'm just fighting. You feel? I'm fighting for opportunity right now, basically. You feel me? I'm trying to build my record up. To, you feel me, to just in case a big money opportunity come, they want me to fight somebody big. Okay, here we go. You feel me? I got the record, I got the name, I got the experience. I'm ready. You feel me? So that's really for the, you feel me. And then I'm an up and coming prospect, so I can really fight every month if I want to. You feel me?
I got you.
Definitely.
What's your weight class?
Super featherweight to featherweight, so like 126 to 130. Well, 130, I think 130 is light. No, it ain't. It's super featherweight. My fault. Yeah. So
okay, super featherweight.
130.
So who's the dude in that weight class right now?
Right now, at 130, it's a couple of them. You got the Shakur Stevenson. You got Jamel Herring. They both champions right now. Well, Tank was at 130. He just shot up to 140. I don't know why, but right now. So and then Albert Bill. I don't know if you know who he's from. My city, Toledo.
Yeah. He was on the show. I had him on.
Yeah. That's big bro. Yeah, Albert Bill. He 130. That's another nice 130 that everybody that they scared of. They don't want to see. Don't nobody want to see him right now.
He real nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, you spoke. It's funny you say that about Shakur, man. When I was telling Gerald when Gerald was talking about you, I was like, because me and Gerald got to talk about Boston. I like Shakur. Shakur is nice. I like that young dude. That dude is very nice, and y'all styles, man. I could see y'all kind of that'd be a nice little pair up, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I want to work my way up to be able to fight guys like that for sure.
Yeah, so it's coming. It's coming. It's coming, man. I can see it coming. Definitely that, man. You know, you just keep walking that walk and keep doing that thing, man.
For sure. Yeah,
for real, man. That's what's up, man. What's happening? What you think about the verdict today?
Which good. What he deserved. Let's get some more of them going on, man. Like for Breonna Taylor and you know for what's the one lady name? I forgot, man.
Sandra Bland.
Her, yep. Let's get one for her. It's some more. If there's some more of them out there, let's keep going, man. Like you feel me? We need justice for the black community, man. About time we got something. So
yeah, I was happy to see that, man. I guess I'm waiting for 8 weeks because 8 weeks is when they actually sentence him, give him the sentence. So I just hope they don't come with no foolishness because he could be guilty on all three counts.
They give him 8 weeks.
Yeah, is it 8 weeks? Like they just today they just said he's guilty, but in 8 weeks he comes back before the judge, and the judge actually renders the sentence as to if he's going to have life or whatever. Right. Yeah, they might come back and say 15 years with the possibility of parole. That really ain't no justice.
Yeah, that ain't no justice.
So I'm glad that he was found guilty, but I'm not gonna really be at rest till I see in 8 weeks what the true sentencing is. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Because I'm kind of old school, a life for a life. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want the taxpayers to be paying for this nigga meals. I want to see him like son goes. You know, excuse my French. You know, I'm getting a little raw with you, but it's
you good? You good? Go ahead, man. You
because I got all kind of listeners. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just keep it 100. But I just want to see in this case some real justice. You know, because that was a very egregious act and crime that took place in murder. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You stay on the man's neck for 9 minutes 29 seconds. It's like, come on, dog.
You did that on purpose, bro. Like,
of course,
ain't no other way around that.
I don't even know how we having a trial about it. It's evident. It's overt.
Exactly.
As to what took place.
Yeah. Like it shouldn't be no trying to find him guilty. He is guilty. You feel me?
Yeah, that's what it's about, man.
That's that's the white American justice system for you, though. You know they're gonna try to do anything to try to find any way around it. You know, to try to make it seem like he's not guilty. But come on now, like you can't beat that. A blind man can see that.
Indeed. And you know what? That just made me want to ask, is there in your sport, is there any like racism? Is there any prejudice in that regard as far as white boxers and black boxers? Do you find that in there, or is it present?
No, not really, because you can't. The black boxers are the dominant race in the boxing game right now, and it really is the blacks and the Mexicans. They're the dominant race right now in the boxing.
Okay.
You know, so it ain't like, you feel me, you can't deny it. You feel me? Because like a white dude going there, a black dude going there and beat up a white dude and around a whole bunch of white judges, and if he beat him, he won. You feel me? So it ain't no, that don't really happen too much about. I ain't never seen it before.
So I guess I want to say, just like in football, you got many of your general managers that most of them Caucasian, and they run the plantation of the field of black. Yeah. So let's say in the business aspect of boxing, is it predominantly ran by Caucasians?
I want to say yeah. I know it's one black. Al Heyman, that's a black man. Bob Aaron, that's a white man. Then like what's the one dude named Eddie Hearn? That's I want to say, what is he, Australian?
Okay,
but yeah, it's kind of, I like the managers and stuff, and I think it's majority ran by white people, but I don't really think that even plays a big part for real, and like none of the race stuff at all, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I always wondered that. So with what's his name? What's the Spanish dude who used to be a boxer? This Mexican dude. God, he had a lot of Mexican fights, and God, what's his name?
Was he undefeated?
I think so. Yeah, he's a big time promoter. You know his name. And he's with Sugar Shane. He got Sugar Shane, him, and
Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar De La Hoya. So what are they? Are they like they're managers or they're sponsors? What is that
I
whole
think
thing?
I think they managers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody, if you see that, I think Oscar De La Hoya is the manager.
Okay.
Like for I don't even know if he got Sugar Shane or not, but for like what's the name? What's the one? Ryan Garcia. I think that's Oscar De La Hoya fighter. So I believe that he is a manager for sure.
Okay, and I think your boy signed to them too. The little red Canelo.
Yeah, Canelo. Yeah, he signed.
Canelo.
No, he signed. Yeah, he signed.
Golden Boy.
No,
Boy.
he not. He just went independent. He ended up getting
did?
out of his contract. Yeah,
really.
He independent now. I think
that's a good move on his part.
Yeah,
Golden
definitely.
Boy.
Definitely.
Golden
now
Boy.
he making a whole lot of money now.
Yeah.
A whole lot of money.
But see, even with that, to me, Floyd showed cats the blueprint with that.
Yeah,
Floyd,
definitely.
To me, he showed the blueprint when it came to that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
That was a major move because in the beginning of his career, when he with Al Heyman and one of them in the beginning of his career.
You talking about Floyd?
Floyd.
No, he was with Bob. He was with Bob Arum first. Then he switched to go with Al Heyman.
Okay.
Yeah.
For years, man, I didn't know Al Heyman was a black guy. I was like, man, who is this dude? Then finally I seen him one day. I was like, oh man, I remember the name.
Yeah, I ain't know neither until my dad told me. I ain't never know what all I kept hearing was Al Heyman. I saw one day, I'm like, man, this dude black or white? They like, he's black. But they like, he never be on the scene though.
He never be on the scene.
Yeah, you would never see him nowhere.
Exactly. I was wondering who is this dude, but I remember him from like radio because I think he had something to do with the radio for years. So I would hear his name on like the radio. I don't know if he was something behind the radio scenes now. And I think them two dudes that's twins that always be in a ring. Are they
talking about the Charlo twins?
Yeah, not the boxers. These dudes are something with promoting. There's two guys and they twins, and I always see them at fights. Like they be in a ring. Either be at the end of fights or whatever. It's two dudes.
I know who you talk about. I know that they mean the fighters' corners. I know.
Yeah. I don't know if they his sons. I don't know how they affiliated. I'm like, who is these?
Yeah,
dudes right
I be wondering the same thing. Like, I wonder who them two do. I be seeing them all the time at everything.
Exactly.
I don't know who them dudes are.
But you're gonna find out in a minute because you about to climb that ladder, bro.
Yeah, for sure. I know when I see them in the corner, I know I made it up there for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I agree with you, man. Saying him, like, who is these guys, man? But that's cool, man. That's very interesting, man.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So at 19, man, you just finished high school?
Yeah, I graduated last year.
So college, you gonna kind of put that to the side right now and pursue this?
No, I ain't really too. I wasn't even gonna go to college, honestly. But I think I got to in order to get that business management, mindset. I think I got to go just take a couple courses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know. At 19, being the hot new prospect, having such a vibrant personality that you showing me right now that so many people seeing. I gotta ask you. I already know the chicks all on you, right?
No, I'm focused on one girl right now. My girlfriend, she laying right here.
What's up, Queen?
What's up?
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Hey, you better keep him off him because
yeah, man. She been keeping my head on straight, man, for these past couple months. She been keeping my head on straight, keeping me focused. So,
that's a beautiful thing, man. When you got somebody like that in your corner. From an older G to a young G, hey, that's you got to hold them down. When they hold you down like that, that's what it's about, man.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Real don't come around a lot. So when you find it, you better hold on to it.
Yep, and the greatest thing about real is being able to recognize it. So many of us lose real because we never realized what we had. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Then we had that regret later on in life, like, damn, man, I had something. Don't live a life of woulda, coulda, shoulda. Live a life of I did and I conquered.
My dad be telling me that all the time. He always tell me, don't be a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Don't be a woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's real, man. Pop's dropping some jewels on you.
Yeah.
Is your pop your pop still alive?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So,
he's still your trainer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad. You know what? That's interesting because I remember a few years ago, the boxing world, especially the Confederation, they was actually trying to come up with this little, I don't want to say policy, I don't want to say rule, but they was trying to get rid of the father-son training aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because of they were saying that it was something about, they thought it was kind of like bad for boxing because of situations where I forgot which boxer's dad, they kind of like had a kind of fight because, it was so emotional. And
it was
so
Floyd, I think you're talking about Floyd. I remember Floyd and his dad got into a real bad heated argument.
Floyd, that happened with Floyd. There was someone else, I can't think of who it was. One Floyd, I don't know who it was, but I was like, man, I couldn't think of who it was, but that made them actually come up with the conversation to say, they don't know if that's good for boxing to have fathers be, the coach of their sons. Of course, I was in total disagreement with it because I think that definitely. There's nothing. Nobody's gonna look after you like your pops.
Yeah, and don't nobody know you more than your father.
Exactly.
Don't nobody know you more.
Nobody, man. Like take for instance, you say Floyd and his pops. Thank God he had his uncle there. His uncle was like his father too. Yeah. And then you got like Danny Garcia, like him and his pops like one. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the other dude who fought Earl Spence. What's his name?
Sean Porter, his dad.
Sean Porter, his pops. You know what I'm saying? And his pops down there be fighting in the ring with other folk with him.
Yeah. Sean Porter dad be on that with everybody.
Hey, Sean Porter daddy be getting serious about it. I'm like, man.
I'm telling you, Sean Porter dad do not be playing.
Hey, Sean Porter be having me laugh because I like him as a boxer. But you could tell he was, he played football for years.
Yeah.
So you could see a lot of that running back football in him when he boxed.
For sure. Definitely, man.
Holmes be thinking he hit the 2-hole when he boxed. He be running like they're in the huddle. They be like 24 dive on one break.
Yeah, man.
He like a bulldog with it, but I like Sean Porter. He got a lot of
my dad. That's one of my dad's favorites. Other than Terrence Crawford, Sean Porter. I think that's like his second favorite fighter.
For real?
Now. Yeah, he loves Sean Porter.
What you think about Earl Spence though?
That's brother. I like Earl Spence a lot. I like him a lot. All my life I do. I like him a lot, but. You already know the talk. You already know the fight that everybody want to see him and Terrence Crawford. I don't know about that. I don't know though, because Terrence my guy too. But I don't know. I can't see Spence beating Terrence. But I ain't gonna bet my money on it though, for sure. I definitely ain't gonna bet my money on it.
All right, I definitely feel you on that. And I know as a boxer and as a somebody a peer of them, you definitely you got to be objective.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be objective, so I'm gonna tell you what I think.
What? Let me hear, man. Let me hear.
Hey, I'm like you. I like both of them. I think that Earl. I like Earl a lot. Earl got a lot of sense. I mean, a lot of skill set. Mm-hmm. I like his poise in the ring. But the only thing I think was gonna make Terrence probably prevail in that fight is you kind of looking at a lion against a pit bull. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like Earl pit bull, but that dude Terrence Crawford has another type of hunger.
Yeah,
definitely. And I honestly I kind of can relate it to like one's beginnings. Dude came out the gutter with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he fighting to me for something totally different. Mm-hmm. When you see his family at the fights, you looking at the real diehard Nebraska. Like I didn't even know nothing about Omaha.
Me neither at all.
I ain't know nothing about Omaha. I didn't even know we was there. When I think of Omaha, I think of like the Wild Wild West and Little House on the Prairie or something. I ain't even know we was out there like that. You know
me neither. I ain't never heard of Omaha, Nebraska until Earl Spence. Until Terrence Crawford.
So I was like, yo, but I like Earl. It'll be a good fight. It'll be a real good fight. Real good fight. So I would like to see it. And I think that it's going to be a big $high $dollar fight. And I like to see it, man.
I can't wait till they finally announce it, man. We all waiting on it, man.
But see, there they go with the politics again. That's what I don't like. They go to politics, like they got to get the money right. They got to do this and that. It's like, come on, man, can we get to the fight?
And then Earl Spence wants, I think what he say, 70-30, something like that, 70%. Give Terrence Crawford 30, like
that ain't gonna work.
That ain't gonna work, man.
That ain't gonna work at all.
You know it ain't gonna work.
I don't even know how he asking for something like that. Nothing against him. Come on,
even though Errol Spence do draw a bigger crowd, but it's like that that ain't gonna work with Terrence Crawford, bro. You feel me? That's the undisputed champion. You feel me? He think he over Errol Spence. You feel me? In the way he kind of is in the boxing game. He is over because look what he done. You feel me? Look at his accolades. You feel me? You can't deny that.
Yeah, you can't deny that. Can't deny that. And it's kind of insult to Terrence Crawford, like for real. You know what I'm saying? It's
for
a
sure.
slap in the face.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and it's gonna be real when you get to that point because I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love to see you in some few years when you get to that place where okay, like you on that pedestal. I could see you with like a Javante or a
Hey,
Shakur and all
me
them.
too. I can see myself too, man. Hey, look,
that gonna be good now.
hey,
I mean,
them
like,
the fight. Hey, them the dream fights, man. Them the dream
hey,
fights. I see, man. Them the fights right there. I can't wait to be in a fight like that, a mega fight like that.
Hey, and Holmes be bringing it now. So
Yeah,
Javante got another in that fight with a lot of hunger, boy. Holmes be fighting for. He like to get in there and do that battle, and I like. I like boxers like that. I like boxers who get in there and get that work done.
For sure. Oh, you gonna love my first fight then? Definitely, you gonna love.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go on your page, your Facebook. I'm gonna find you tonight. I'm gonna see that fight.
Oh, you gonna love my first. I was in there bringing the smoke. I promise. For sure.
Hey, but I can tell you grew up with Floyd because the fights I did see you with, you very calculative. Like you take your time, and I can see even your defense. I said, okay, before you told me Floyd was your inspiration, I could see the defensive posture. I said, okay, so he do the shoulder roll. He kind of like he like to feint and do little things like that. So I said, okay, I can see that. I can see that.
Yes,
so
sir.
That'll work. But
you know
that come with being very fast. Now don't have that left hand down, somebody catch you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, you gotta keep that left hand though.
Hey, for real, that's real talk, man. Because I don't want you messing up your brain in that face, brother.
Nah,
for real,
I ain't going for none of that.
That's cool, man. That's real cool, man. I'm loving your vibe, man. A lot of times I like to talk to people and vibe with them, man. A lot of times the main thing is one's personality, one's vibration, and keep it up, man. Don't let this game get you down. Don't let it turn you in any kind of way that's not indicative of the character who you are, man, the person that you are. For
sure, definitely, man.
You got any siblings? I mean, how many siblings you got?
2. I have a younger sister and I have an older sister.
Oh, you the only boy.
Yeah, I'm the only boy. I grew up in a house around all women, man. For real. My granny been living with us, and then I got my other granny on my mama's side, and then my grandfather, they done all passed off. You feel me? So I really done grew up around all women for real.
It's interesting because like you, man, I did too. Unfortunately, my pops wasn't really there like that. So so I was, I had my mom, my sisters, and my aunts and stuff. So I grew up in a house. It was all women, and a lot of times when you grow up in a house like that, two outcomes. Either you're gonna be that dude that's always out there in the street to some degree because you ain't really in a house like that, which was me. Or you're gonna be kind of always influenced by the chicks. You're gonna be emotional. You might be a dude that's more inclined to be a little bit softer than most.
Yeah.
So, but I could see that your pops was there. You got that balance. But be growing up around the women, it gives you a sense of compassion for the female gender, and you have a good balance, man. So even at 19, having your queen next to you like that shows that's concomitant of the person that you are and understanding that balance of life on so many levels. So you're gonna be good as a father with a young girl. When you have your daughter, you're gonna be good.
Definitely. Yeah. I can't wait to have my baby girl, man.
Hey, coming in the house and she running to you, grabbing your legs.
I can't wait, man.
It's another feeling, man.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
It's another feeling, man. When I have my daughter coming in the house, it's like it just give you a whole nother kind of joy, my brother.
Oh yeah, I bet I'll be when my cousin he come drop my little cousin off all the time. My little baby cousin, he walk in the house, man. She just gets so excited, just running, screaming, hollering. She do everything in the world, man. When she see my cousin, I can't wait to have that feeling, man. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. That's cool, man. Definitely, man. I mean, I'm enjoying you, man. I definitely don't want to hold you long, man. But I definitely want to touch bases with you, man. But anything, I mean, is there anything that you probably want to like let people know or say to the people, man? And and as far as who you are, what they can expect from you, and just because a lot of folk don't know you, man, but they gonna know you after tonight, and as you continuously keep boxing, man. So it's your time to say whatever you want to the people.
For sure, man. Bam. You done put me on the spot, though, Key. I ain't know you was gonna do that, but it's respect the new fighter, man. It's respect, you feel me? up and coming prospect. You feel me? I've been out the game for a long time, you know. So I'm back on the scene now for sure, and I'm back to state definitely, man, for sure. Just stay on the lookout for me. You know, keep the faith in me for sure. Keep praying for me, definitely, always. Yeah, just keep believing, man. Keep you feel me? Keep the trust going. We gonna get there for sure. For everybody I've been wondering where I'm at, I'm back now, definitely for sure.
So let me ask you this: who is like with T.I., there was T.I. versus T.I.P. I remember he had an album called T.I. versus T.I.P.
Yeah.
Now we know Pretty Boy Bam Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Wayne Lawrence?
The most humblest dude you can know. The quiet dude, the dude to stay out the way. You feel me? That stay to himself, that mind his business. That you feel me? Yeah, that's me. I'm when I ain't in the boxing fight mode, man, I'm really so laid back and quiet, man. I really don't. I can't keep messing up my fault. I really don't be into the scene. You feel me? I even at 19, you know, a lot of 19-year-olds my age right now, they out doing a lot of partying, a lot of drinking. You feel me? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't go to parties like that at all. I don't go to parties at all no more. You feel me? I done did that. I got introduced to my first. Shit. Oh yeah, it's back. My phone, somebody I call my phone. But from 15 years old all the way up to 17, 18, man, I done did all the party. I done got burnt out on that, man. I don't want to be around no party. I just want to. Right now, I'm really just trying to hustle, man. Stick to my boxing, man. Just hustling money. Stick to my boxing. All I'm really focused on right now. Because all that's gonna come later on in the future anyway. Regardless, with the sport I'm in, all the celebration, all that's gonna come later on in the future. Right now, it's about. Like my dad said, it's grind time right now for these couple years. Like I said, within 10 years, I'm trying to be off to something else. You feel me? I don't want to be boxing no more within 10 years. You feel me? So I got to get all the hustling. I got to get all everything I can't get in right now. You feel me? So yeah.
That's good. That's good. Now, are you committed to a certain type of diet?
No, only on when I'm in camp. Only when I'm in camp. When I'm in training camp, I got to cut all the sugars, all the pop. I don't even drink pop, but all the sugar, all the candy, all the sweets, all the chip, I got to cut all that out. Strictly baked food and vegetables and fruits and stuff like that.
Okay. I always wondered that. And see, that's the beautiful thing about like Floyd. Floyd, even when he wasn't even in camp, dude always kept his body on point. Dude stayed training. Like that's what you call a committed warrior. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And that's why he's the best. You know,
and
very few people want to commit themselves to that type of lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, the fact that you got a vision, commit to that vision, man, and sign a personal contract with self to, fulfill that vision. Because in 10 years, you say 10 years, that means you'll be around 30. That's a perfect time to actually go to the next level or next phase in life of what you want to do, especially with your family. And you can go in, and then that'd be one major accomplishment you got behind you that, it set the standard, it set the stage for the next great thing that you're going to go on and do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect, man. That's perfect, man. Because a lot of folk don't look at life like that. I actually wish I would have. I wish I would have had time parameters set, like, okay, in this time frame, I want to accomplish this and then go on to this. Sometimes you get caught on the treadmill of life where you just running, and you really ain't going no damn well. Before you look up, you still on the treadmill. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you, man. So you got the right frame of mind and good people around you, man. Stay blessed, stay humble.
I appreciate that, man.
What's your faith, man? Are you a spiritual man, a religious man?
My dad real, especially like for the past couple years, my dad been real heavy on it. Well, not even my dad been trying to get me on the real heavy, but I'm young, you feel me? You feel me? But I definitely tuned into it for sure. Definitely believe in Jesus is God. Y'all sure, for sure. Hebrew Israel. That's what we go by now. Hebrew Israelites. Well, that's what we are.
Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah, that's what we are. You feel me? As a culture, that's the people that we are. You feel me?
Interesting. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. A lot of people don't reference Jesus as Yahshua. So when you said that, I knew that you already was you came across some information that a lot of traditional Christians have yet to actually subscribe to. That's Pops, huh?
Yeah, my dad real heavy into it, man, for sure.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think in one of them videos, look like I saw your dad with a kufi on.
Like
the Muslim
he had it on. He had it on.
I think I might have seen him with a kufi on because I grew up Islamic, so I seen. I was like, okay, look like Pop's got a kufi on.
Yeah, he got it on. Yeah, but the Hebrews be wearing the kufis too. It ain't even all just for Islamic people. Yeah, the Hebrews wear the kufis too. Yeah.
Indeed. And then you had the long hair for so long, so you know, a lot of times, you know, we know that strength in that. So I was like, okay,
for
got,
sure.
You know,
that's why I'm trying to grow it back out right now, man. I'm sorry, I cut it off, man. You know, I I'm 16 years old, man. I'm like, man, I'm about to cut my hair. I'm about to, you feel me, trying to get the fade, trying to look sweet for everybody, but
yeah.
Keeping the hair where it's at for sure.
You know, we go through the phases, man. We go through the phases where we try to conform in order to fit into society. But you know, you start to realize that, damn, you know, I stood out in my own way.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sorry, man. Everybody was telling me don't cut it. I was not trying to listen to nobody, man. I cut it off, and I regret cutting it to this day. I promise you.
Man, you know how long it would have been by now, bro? Good Lord.
Man, what if I would have still had my hair, man? It would be past my legs right now, man. Oh, my God. Dang, man. I'm sorry thinking about that, man.
that there in itself would have been a brand.
You
would be the only boss in the game that come with fly designs. I mean, fly here. I mean, like that there. You talking about selling shirts and selling everything. You would have been known off that on the rip, bro.
Oh my God, man! I would have killed him right there.
That would have killed him. You could have came to the ring with an introduction like a real King and Roy, like the garbs and everything.
Everything, that would have killed him right there.
That would have been crazy right there, man. But you know, you can get it back in time, man. That's the beautiful thing about us as a people, man. Indeed, man. That's what's up, man. But look, man, I ain't gonna hold you long. I definitely want to chop it up with you, because I made a special point to have you on this Tuesday, because usually I do my show every other Tuesday. So this is really my off and bye week. But when Gerald told me, you know, to have you on, I said, of course we're gonna make an exception. So
for sure, man. I appreciate that, man.
Indeed, my brother, and you got a fan of me. I want you to know that, man. And I'm gonna follow you on IG, and I'm gonna follow you, man. And from time to time, I'm gonna reach out to you just to touch bases with you. So, you know, just don't get too big and you don't know me, man. And then you know,
never, man, never. Never.
You're like, man, I don't know who that Red Fidel dude is, man. I know how it be.
For sure,
it's
man.
All good. Much respect for it. But indeed, man. So I tell you what, before we go though, let everyone know how they could, you know, just follow you. Let them know your social media, you know, platforms, whatever you on, and how they can follow you, Facebook and everything. That way, you know, people seeing the show can become part of your fan club and also subscribers to you and, you know, followers of your stuff, man. For real.
Okay. On Facebook, you can get me at Wayne Lawrence. On Instagram, you can follow me at PrettyBoyBam_. And on Twitter, you can follow me at BamPrettyBoy. For sure.
All right. For all those who are listening and viewing, you heard them. Follow the young phenom. And actually, I can't even say young no more. He's transitioning to a man, so I would say follow the phenom and follow his career, man. We got to support our young brothers in all their endeavors and what they're doing, especially because this man, what we fail to realize is he's still a teenager. Dude is 19. Let's get that in our heads. 19, and yet we're listening to and talking and viewing an old soul. When I called him yesterday, y'all. He'll tell you, I told him on the phone, boy, you sound like a grown man. Just listening to him talk. And now I'm seeing and putting the face with the voice. I can honestly say that you definitely an old soul. But at the end of the day, I'm going to take that back. Not even an old soul. You was a lot of flowers, put this way, I'm going to get philosophical for one moment. Like, you could take a plant and you can put it in fertile soil and you can water it and it'll grow to be something that blossoms. Or you could take that same type of plant and put it in dirt, and you can even put it in fertile soil, but if you don't tend to it and you don't water it and you don't keep the bugs and shit off it, then, you know, it might not survive too well. I can say that it looks like you've been planted in some fertile soil and you've been carefully tended to, you've been watered, you've been given a proper amount of sunshine, you've been given a proper amount of communication and love, and that only makes for success. That only makes for a beautiful aroma that you're going to emit. And that aroma represents your success and the things that you're going to accomplish in life. So salute to your father, your parents, your mother, your family, and all the people around you who believe in you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Your son. So keep it up, man. Stay righteous. Stay humble at heart like you are now, man. And great things are going to come your way. I see it. I can feel it for you, man. Definitely.
I appreciate that, man, for sure. I don't want to thank God. I don't want to thank God, man, for blessing me. And for sure, I want to thank you, man, for having me, for bringing me on your show, man, allowing me to talk.
Man, no problem, man. Thank you. It's an honor. It's an honor, man. I'm glad I had the opportunity of meeting and speaking with you, man, and I'm glad that you came on. So salute to
Definitely.
you. Enjoy your evening, man. Enjoy your queen, man. And I'm gonna go watch your fight. I'm gonna watch your fight tonight too.
Yeah, man.
And,
Let me know. Let me know how you think. Let me know what you think.
I will.
Look, man.
I will. And I'm gonna follow you on IG. So when you see Red Fidel, follow me back. And from time to time, if you come to the A this weekend, you know, or pretty soon, just hit me on DM me, hit me, let me know, and I'm there. I'm gonna come through, bring some folk. We're gonna come support you and come through.
I got you.
And just let me know where the location
you,
gonna be at or whatnot, and I'm gonna come through. All right.
For sure, I got you, bro. Appreciate it,
All right,
man.
All right, light and love, man. Peace and blessings, and until the next episode, brother. Hold it down.
For sure.
All right, one. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, my tongue getting a little tied up. I was so excited. Anyway, man, it's a blessing to have young talent on the show, but not just young talent from a sports standpoint, but young talent that is balanced from a mental and a spiritual standpoint, because as you can hear and see, that young man was definitely raised right. He seemed to have some good values, some good morals about himself. He seemed to be very stable mentally. And in that game, you have to be. There's no champion in nothing in life that has no mental stability. So the fact that he's very stable mentally and understands what he wants and has a clear view and creating a clear path to attain the goal in which he's seeking in the next 10 years of his career, you can't do nothing but salute that. So I say to you, follow him on his IG pages, follow him on his IG page, his Facebook page, and his YouTube page, all the pages that he told you, and just stay informed and keep him on the radar. And as for myself, y'all already know who I am. I am the incomparable Red Fidel, aka Red Carpet Red. I am the National Chief Strategist for New Order National Human Rights Organization under the leadership of Gerald Emerson Rose, who, again, I give a strong salute. We'll see you next week, right here, same time, same place, on Do the Knowledge Radio, with the not I, but only Dream Team. See y'all. Peace and blessings.